Osage are the finest, wealthiest, and most beautiful people on God's earth. They outsmarted everybody. They have the say who gets the oil.
The Osage were considered incompetent at that time and weren't allowed to be in charge of their own wealth.
Whose land is this? My land.
After having been relocated and removed from their ancestral homelands to Oklahoma, the reservation they have now, they also purchased it. Then oil was struck. And overnight, it made Osage, at that time in the world, the richest people per capita anywhere.
Well, we mix these families together, and that estate money flows the right direction. It'll come to us.
Now, as part of a family with several valuable shares of oil profits and lots of land they had, so Ernest was, probably encouraged to marry her by his uncle in order to get her family's head rights.
Scorcese. That's how you are.
Leonardo DiCaprio picks up another real-life character in the big screen adaptation of Killers of the Flower Moon.
Why did you come here?
The best-selling book shined a light on the horrific true events of the Osage Reign of Terror.
Yeah, Molly, yeah, no, she's my wife.
The first day that I worked with him, my hands were shaking naturally because it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
So I take your hand in the very next scene. Right. So, I probably already kind of like it.
But after getting through those initial nerves, we were just so focused on if we were doing justice to our characters. So that was incredibly inspiring.
I don't know what she said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
I felt her at moments living as Molly. She embodied that character. She took on the soul of this woman and expressed it through her performance in a very profound way. She's the heart and soul of this movie. She really is.
Relative newcomer Lily Gladstone joins a tight-knit group, Leo and Martin Scorsese reuniting for their 6th movie.
We got to take back control of our home.
And a milestone for the director and Robert De Niro. This is number 10.
I work with my uncle.
You scared of him?
Oh, he's the nicest man in the world.
We wanted to be as authentic as possible, and that led us to have many different meetings with tribal elders in the Osage community, talking with direct descendants of the victims, and they really gave us an incredible insight.
It just looks like murder. It's not supposed to be that way. You hear?
These two actors go way back. Robert played Leo's dad in This Boy's Life.
Speaking of changing, I had a talk with Jack on the way up here, and he wants to be a better boy.
What was it like working with Robert De Niro? He was just like a regular, normal guy to me.
30 years later, all 3 Hollywood powerhouses team up for the first time.
Did your wife say who she was most afraid of? Don't do something you're going to regret for the rest of your life.
You got to say, in this picture, he really went pretty far and astonished me. I mean, he had a depth, a vulnerability, many different layers and shades and tones to Ernest that we just developed as we went along and still amazes me.
Move, said the great white father.
There are many,
So many hungry wolves.
The effects of the Osage Reign of Terror has been generational, and it still exists today there in Oklahoma.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?